عن طريق بانكوك. فعلى حضرات الركاب التوجه إلى الطائرة من خلال البوابة رقم 9.
Final call for Emirates Flight 3862 Hong Kong via Bangkok, closing now at gate number 9.
Hey guys, Amir here. We're back with another full flight video. Today we're on the ground in Dubai. As you can see, we have the Boeing 777-300ER of Emirates. We're flying Emirates 229, flying from Dubai to Seattle, which roughly takes just less than 14 hours. So yeah, I will now brief you through the flight. Right, so here we have the OFP, the operational flight plan that I created with SimBrief. Today's the 27th of April. As you can see there, Emirates 229er from Dubai to Seattle, Boeing 777-300ER. And this is the route. Plan flight level 310 initially, but we'll step climb as we go through the flight, maybe to a maximum of flight level 360, but we'll double check that later. So here we have the information regarding the fuel. So the trip fuel from Dubai to Seattle takes around 108 tons of fuel, which totals up to almost 13 hours and 47 minutes of flying. And we have the other reserves like the contingency, the alternate flying to Portland, KPDX, and the reserves, the final reserves. And we have to put 6.5 in our FMC, which is basically the final reserve plus the alternate reserve, the alternate fuel, and which makes a total of the takeoff fuel 120 tons, plus the taxi fuel for about 20 minutes on the ground. Totals up to just below 121 tons of fuel that must be loaded. Ground distance 6567 nautical miles, air distance 6400, cost index 35 today, and cruise flight level 310 like I said initially, but we'll climb. The top of climb tropopause around 58,000, quite high. Here's the estimated zero fuel weight for today, 209, almost 210 tons of zero fuel weight, which totals up plus the fuel to become 329 tons. Right, so here's the flight route today. It's a pretty long flight. It is a polar flight, which flies almost as close as you can get to the North Pole over here, which is, I think, the highest latitude that we're gonna fly is 87 north, which is technically in that North Pole region already. So here's the significant weather charts for today's flight. Flying out of Dubai, flying almost northeasterly direction, and as you can see, pretty smooth flight, pretty smooth weather coming up to our cruising altitude until we reach somewhat the part of Russia over here. We're gonna have a little bit of turbulence. As you can see, we have a clear air turbulence and a pretty strong crosswind to follow that. As we continue along, we'll pass the North Pole. Nothing much, nothing significant around this area. Pretty smooth. And flying back down to Seattle, crossing Canada. It is going to be a full day flight. We're expecting pretty much daylight the whole way. Let's move on to the NOTAMs for today's flight. We're just going to cover the NOTAMs for the departure flight Dubai and the arrival Seattle. So as you can see, the weather in Dubai as of 27th of April 0800 Zulu, it is pretty calm, 230 at 9 knots. They're pretty variable from 180 to 270 degrees. Cab okay. and condition 1009. Pretty hot today, 39 degrees, as you can see over here. As we look further down, we can see here taxiway Mike 1 and November 1 is closed, but I think overall that wouldn't affect our flight or our taxiway from our stand, which is Foxtrot 26. We are expected to depart at 30 right because, as you can see down here, runway 12 right and 30 left is closed as of the 24th and the 30th of April, which we are now at the 27th. Time 0830 and 1700. We are expected to depart around 09 Zulu, so we are in that region, so we are expecting 308 for departure. As you can see, your taxiway uniform 6 is not available, but I'm pretty sure uniform 6 is not within our taxi route today. Now let's take a look at Seattle. As you can see, the ILS for runway 34 right is, the DME is unserviceable, and as well as for runway 34 right, the approach landing systems, it is as well unserviceable. But looking at our plan for our flight, we are expecting to land on the 16, probably 16 left, but there is a NOTAM regarding that runway as well, which we have a look later. As you can see, 16 right, 34 left is closed, which leaves us 16 center and 16 left for the arrival, assuming conditions are still favoring 16. As you can see, under approach procedures, the ILS for only 16 less, the localizer is unserviceable, so we'll only have the glide slope. But if conditions are completely fine, we might just do the visual approach. So that's about it regarding the briefing of our flight. Now let's set the aircraft up for the flight and get the show on the road. Dubai ground, hello, Emirates 229er, radio check.
Emirates 229er, Dubai ground, readability 5.
Emirates 229er, good evening. Stand Foxtrot 26 with information kilo, request clearance to Seattle.
Emirates 229er, Dubai ground, you're clear to destination Seattle as filed. Davma for Foxtrot departure, maintain 4,000 feet, squawk 6264.
Clear to Seattle, Davmo for Foxtrot departure, initially climbed 4,000 feet, squawk 6264, Emirates 229er.
Emirates 229er, readback is correct, current information kilo, QMH 1007, report ready for push.
We'll go 229er. Dubai ground, Emirates 229er, stand Foxtrot 26, request push and start.
Emirates 229er, stand Foxtrot 26, pushback and start is approved, facing west on Zulu.
Push and start approved, face west on Zulu, Emirates 229er.
مرحبا بكم على متن هذه الرحلة. نرجو منكم الانتباه الكامل بينما نعرض لكم تعليمات السلامة على متن رحلة طيران الإمارات.
Good evening, Juliet 3, Juliet Delta 5.
Your window blinds open and your seat in the upright position. Baggage, including laptops, should be stowed in the overhead lockers. Or use this.
Juliet 3, Juliet Delta 5. Juliet Delta 5. Air France 662, continue to Charlie 60 and kilo.
During the flight, fasten the seatbelt over your blanket so that we will not have to disturb you. For takeoff and landing, laptops need to be switched off and stowed correctly. Takeoff, we'll let you know when you can turn on Wi-Fi and mobile.
Street, continue to use
Enfin, le 60 c'est là.
FSDreamTeam Alpha
Approchez à gauche, là. Ouais, je suis d'accord. Je vais démarrer ça. Ok.
Ground Emirates 229, request taxi.
Emirates 229er, taxi via Zulu, Lima 4, Mike 13 Alpha, hold short of 30 right.
Taxi via Zulu, Lima 4, Mike, then Mike 13 Alpha for 30 right, Emirates 229er. Dubai Ground Emirates 229er.
Emirates 229er, Dubai ground, pass your message.
Emirates 229er, we're just wondering, we are aware that runway 12 right and 30 left is closed, but are we not able to cross the runway? It's a pretty lengthy taxi.
Okay, Emirates 229er, taxi via Zulu, Kilo 4, hold short of 30 left, please.
Roger, that's better. Zulu, Kilo 4, hold short 30 left, Emirates 229er.
Inver 500.
So we're now overhead Darva, now going to Akali. Estimating a Darva is supposed to have 92.2 tons of fuel. Now we have 97.6. So we are well above the safe zone, and we can continue. We're now about to pass waypoint Akali, which means this is the start of our step climb up to flight level 330. There you go, 330 set. Thrust is increasing, climb is initiating. Morning everybody. Well, it's morning for me. Just had a good little nap. Now we're back in the flight deck. As you can see, we're now just 12 hours and a half into the flight. Everything seems to be still going smoothly. We have step climb back down to level 350 because we're now flying eastbound, as you can see on a track of 153 approximately. So we're having a odd flight number, or sorry, odd flight level. We're about to cross 55 north, 125 west here, which according to the OFP we have to have a minimum of at least 12.4 tons of fuel, which we have 19.8. So we're still fine, we can still continue. As you can see, we are now above around the British Columbia region, but as you can see it is pretty cloudy, can't really see much. I did see a bunch of mountains here and there, but overall it's just pretty much overcast. Bit of a gap, but we still can't see much there. But we are crossing the jet stream region, as you can see over here, about 19 knots of almost direct crosswind. So we're having a very big drift here. But everything's going smoothly. Flight is pretty smooth right now. And we're about to arrive into Seattle soon. After 13 hours, we are now about to reach Seattle. Just less than 40 miles until I reach our top of descent, so we need to prepare the aircraft for descent. We have set the arrival in. We are expecting the visual for 16 left. We'll talk about that further later, but before that, let's do some wind update. There we have it, wind has updated, and as well as a descent forecast. There you go, load that in. And our transition level in the US is 180. We'll descend initially to a level of 180, and we'll descend further later. We are expecting auto brakes too for this arrival, and since we're doing the visual approach, we will not have a decision altitude. We do have weather minimums, ceiling of minimum of 5,000, which looking at the current METAR, the ceiling is all the way up to level 250, so we are well within the zone for the minimums. We are just reached our top of descent. We are about to start our descent now. Right then, so let's brief a little bit regarding our arrival. So this is the arrival plate over here, the star, standard arrival procedure. We are going via the Mariner 7 RNAV arrival via Victoria VOR, Yankee Juliet. So we need to cross Victoria at a minimum of level 200. Then inbound Orcas, arrive at Mariner, Boan, Nihos, and then Griffey. Alright, there's going to be a little bit of a change here. I am going to change the approach procedure that we're following. Instead of a visual, we are going with the RNP Zulu. RNF Zulu for 16 left, which is this one over here, via the Mariner 7 and the Yankee Juliet Victoria. Transition is Griffey. Yep, that's what we're going with. And we're now gonna go direct to Orcas. There you go. And we can now continue. Right, so once we have finished our star arrival and we have reached Griffey, which is our initial approach fix, we enter the procedure for the RNP Zulu arrival for only 16 left. As you can see over here, it's pretty much straightforward. From Griffey, join Helzer, then Carrefour, Douglas, up to 16 left. This is the final approach fix is Douglas, and we have to be at Douglas minimum of 1,900 feet. And apart from that, misapproach, if we do require a misapproach, we have to climb on a track of 164, which is basically the runway heading, cross Yoruk, which is pretty much straight ahead, at or below 2,000 feet, then climb to 5,000, track 164 again, keep going straight until I reach a waypoint called Milt, and I can hold there, or I can re-vector myself because there is no ATC today, and do this approach again. Minimums for this approach 842 feet or 16 left. That is pretty much it. The MSA for 16 left is 6,400 feet. Right, so while we are doing the descent, let's go through the airport chart over here. We're gonna land at 16 left, roll down for quite a bit using idle reverse, and we're gonna vacate. Our goal is to vacate via Papa, which I think is very much achievable. Then once we vacate at Papa, we're gonna have the most simplest taxi route ever. Our stand will be Sierra 12, which is right here. Papa is here. Vacate Papa, join Whiskey, like barely join Whiskey, then straight into Sierra 12, our stand for today. And that's it. We have the airport in sight. Right, let's take gear down and flaps 20. Right, let's slow down to our minimum approach speed, 146. We are about to reach Douglas in about 1 nautical mile, and we're going to cross it at around 1,900 feet. We'll take flaps 30, and we arm the speed brakes.
Minimums. 400. 300. 200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes, reverse idle, and decel. There you go. Welcome to Seattle. So we are aiming for Papa. To our left here is Whiskey. And this one is November. And after November is Papa. Perfect. Bit off center line there, but still within the zone. That's good enough. We'll clean up quickly now. Laps up. Because it is a pretty short taxi. "13 hours and 40 minutes. We are 10 minutes faster than our scheduled time. That's our gate right there. S12 on the building. Beautiful. Take a ride on Bravo, and then we'll join the gate straight away. While doing that, let's clean the aircraft up. Taxi on, turn us off because it's daytime, and start the APU. Here is our stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vancouver International Airport here in Seattle. What's the local time is 10 minutes.
And we'll stop here. Alright, shutdown procedure. Stop the clock, 13 hours 53 minutes block to block. So APU is running, so we can turn off the engines, turn off hydraulics, fuel pumps, seatbelts off, beacon off, shutdown checklist. Parking brake is set, is completed. And just like that, welcome to Seattle, Washington, all the way in the United States. It was a pretty smooth flight. I liked it, I enjoyed it. It's pretty weird to see almost 14-hour flight of just full daylight, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it and doing the flight. Who knows, I might be doing the return back to Dubai. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.